All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna do a quick trade review. Today I caught the buys on NAS perfectly at the bottom. Not perfect, but whatever. So let's get into this. So first off, I based this off of the 4-hour time frame. We had our 4-hour structure looking something like this. We had this lower low, uh, and then we were pushing up from here. So this was my 4-hour break of structure right here. And I wanted to see price hold this 4-hour area where I knew there were buyers coming out of it. We also have a 4-hour imbalance, but we pushed already way through that deep into it. But that just gives us more validation to this zone. So we have imbalance. We have a sweep of liquidity down at these lows. We do have liquidity down here, but we ended up holding the 4-hour structure. So the sweep, this is the low that I wanted to see hold. And then we were on the 5-minute time frame, right down in this area. So if we go to the left, there's most likely some liquidity. You can see right here and then all throughout on the way down. So there's a small amount of, well, not a small amount, but there's a lot of liquidity sitting and resting down here. So we end up taking that out with a sweep and then another sweep. Then we have a 5-minute break of structure right here. Boom. 5-minute break of structure. Now, there's equal lows down here, which is, a red flag sometimes for me, depending on certain trades. And then we also started pushing very strong from the sellers down into the equal lows. So we ended up taking it out, sweeping it, as you can see. And after that strong sweep, I was on the 1-minute time frame, just looking at price to see how it reacts inside of this area. So we did not get an imbalance coming out of that, which is what I wanted to see. But you can see we start kind of holding structure down here and sweeping lows inside of here, which made me say, okay, I think we're gonna hold this and at least continue to this order block right here. This is a push up before a strong push down. So I ended up entering around here with my stop loss wide, and then so it wasn't that wide. It was a 1-to-1, 1.1, something like that. So this was TP1. And then I ended up trailing a stop loss here only on one account. I got out completely on one account right here. And then I rode a few to the upside, expecting that 4-hour low was going to hold. And so you can see we have a ton of liquidity on the top side. We have Asian liquidity still resting at the highs. Then we had a lot of equal highs right here. And then this, I think, was my ultimate target, or this one right here. I believe it was this one right here. And so that ended up running for a solid 3 to 4R. And it's still technically going, but to my TP, it ended up being about a 4R. So that was, oh yeah, also there was a SMT, which gave me more confidence in this setup as well, that it was going to play out. So you can see right here, where is that? Right here, we get an SMT right here. So that was another sign that we were going to continue to the upside. And basically, all a SMT means, if you don't know, is these assets correlate and they're supposed to move together. So you can see that we make a lower low on the NASDAQ, but we make a higher low on ES. So that is a sign that one, ES is a little stronger, and that two, this was a manipulation on the NASDAQ. So with all of that in mind, I like taking my trades off the NASDAQ, even though it's better to take it off the asset that is stronger when it comes to an SMT. So that would have probably been in a perfect entry somewhere around right here. And you can see we had just as strong of a push to the upside. That's all for this video. I will catch you guys next time. Peace.